like all the comedians that I know, they spend so much time making other people laugh that they just get drained. And it's like, how do you deal with that?
It's all about, it's all about how it's not about how great you are as a comedian. Like, I'm 22 years old. When it comes to comedy and my personality, those are two different things. My personality, it inflicts on what I'm doing, whether it's comedy or if it's something improv or stand up. The way I see comedy is that I have to do it the right way and the original way, because there are a lot of comedians on TikTok and Instagram doing comedy the wrong way. And there's a lot of people who take comedy too far. I promised myself, and I made a promise to my parents. I said, "Hey, y'all know me. I'm going to do comedy the right way." And doing comedy the right way has opened a lot of doors and ventures for me. Being 22 years old, some people underestimate me because they look at my age and they look at, well, he's probably immature for his age, but my comedy game says otherwise.
Wow. How old are you?
22 years old.
Wow.
Yep.
How did you come to do comedy after all of that?
Honestly, from being bullied, mocked, teased, and made fun of so much, I decided to just be mature and be the young man that has heart and courage. And I decided, you know what? If they want to try to make me laugh and make me feel bad, then I'm going to do something that they couldn't do or wouldn't do in the first place. I'm going to stand out and I'm going to do it the right way. And people ask me, "Hey, what about your dating life? Like, what's a dating life for a 22-year-old comedian?" I tell people respectfully, I just gotta stay to myself, really. I mean, having a girlfriend is nice in this day and age. There's so many things going on with the dating scene, women and young women. It's just unbelievable right now.
I agree. So how do you deal? Like, do you have friends and stuff that you hang out with, like other comedians, or just
Oh
friends?
yeah, all the time. Me and my friends, we hang out, go out to eat, play video games together. If we're not out eating, we're all at our homes playing PlayStation via FaceTime as well. So we always hang out, have a good time.
That's what's up. See, that's the life right there. Just making yourself happy. So
Yeah,
it's oh, go ahead.
yeah. Everybody be asking me the same thing. Like, hey, when you gonna get married or have kids? I'm like, hey, slow down, slow down.
Right.
I said, listen, okay. I tell them, okay, I want to be married possibly when I'm 25. So I think that's a smart thing to do personally, because I don't just want to waste time with doing comedy, and because I want to be a husband, I want to be a father, have a wife and kids and live my life and enjoy being a comedian and actor and voice actor. But I don't want to just put so much time into comedy. I want to settle down, have a family, and then spend time with my family, my kids, my grandkids. So yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you have plenty of time. So what happens if you meet somebody when you're 23? Are you gonna wait till 25 to marry?
Probably not. Probably not. I don't know. She's got to prove to be the right. She's got to prove to be the right one. That's for sure. But that's that. I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of women have been asking me to come to their lives and give some advice to the men and young men, because a lot of women on TikTok, they respect my integrity, my maturity, and my treatment of women. And a lot of women ask me, Retro, what do you look for in a young lady or even a middle aged or older woman since you're 22? I tell them the same response. I say, listen, respectfully, I'm a mature young man who's respectful. I'm a gentleman. I got morals, and I never forgot who raised me or where I came from. That's the first part, okay? Then I tell them, listen, if I want to settle down, get married, have kids, loyalty, tradition, value, and morals are things I'm looking for. And here's what I'm gonna tell you this. So you're probably thinking, well, what does that mean? Well, coming from a 22-year-old young man, I'm gonna tell you this. See, when a woman has tradition and value and morals, that means she's a good woman. And what I mean by that is there's no there's no lying, there's no cheating, there's no abuse, there's no negativity or toxicity. There's no independency either. Now, what I mean by independency, now there's a lot of women and young women in this day and age who I see on social media all the time. They claim that they want to be independent. They don't need a man. They don't want a man. They want to do everything themselves. But the thing is, when reality hits, like certain people, they don't know how to accept it or even take it, so to say. And my thing is, okay, listen, here's the problem with society, social media, and some people point of views. I tell people all the time, not all men and all women are the same. Not all young men and all women are the same. There's a word that some people don't use. It's called some, SOME. Some men are bad. Some women are bad. Some young men and young women are bad. It's not all of them. In the words of Medea, yep, she bougie as hell. Hell no. I tell people, listen, the money I make from comedy goes towards, let's see, college, car, bills, house. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Right now, at the age that you are, I would assume that, your career is like what you're putting at the forefront. Is that correct?
Well, honestly, good question. The thing is, I'm in college and education has to come before my career.
Right.
It has to, because honestly, I prefer being in school instead of just straight doing comedy. Because, honestly, I thought about just skipping college and going straight to the business. But, you know, after all I've seen and heard about the business, how bad it is, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to trust the man upstairs and just go to school. And once I finish school, get my career started. It's the only option I had at the time anyway.
So what are you in school for at this moment?
Well, honestly, I'm going to get my degree in arts, fine arts. So basically, that's my ticket to become an actor and voice actor. So yeah, that's what I'm in there for. And I'm actually going to be graduating this year coming up in May 2025.
Okay. Congratulations. So tell me a little bit about how your family feels about you being a comedian. How do they feel?
That's one of the funniest questions I get all the time. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Honestly, when my family first found out that I could do voice impressions, they went ballistic. I mean, they were laughing, falling off the couch. They were just ecstatic. They were excited, and my parents, my mom and dad, were literally in shock. That they were like, "What?" My dad was like, "Son, you can do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, you shouldn't be surprised. It's me." One time I was playing a joke with my mom. My mom would see, I have a cousin. He has 4 kids, and they're my little nieces and my little nephews, my little cousins. My mom was cooking. I was watching them, and they were watching Mickey Mouse on a tablet. So what I did was I turned down the volume and I started mimicking the voices. And my mom, she had no idea. She was cooking. She was like, my mom, she had no idea. She was cooking. She was like, "Y'all hear Mickey?" And I was like, "Yeah, they hear it all right." This is what I did. I was like, "Well, hey everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse." "Oh, yeah, go. Hey everybody, it's me, Goofy. Hey Mickey, we need a mousey doodle. Mousey tool."
"Oh my goodness, so bright. Oh, doodles."
And then my mom, she was like, "Hold on, why this sound ain't working?" And I was like,
"Yo, what's the bug ID?"
And then she looks at me and goes, "Boy." I'm like, "What? Sorry." My mom was like, "How did you do that?" I'm like, "Mom, come on now."
Wow.
My
Was
dad.
it like years of practice?
No, I naturally do this. My grandmother, she told me, God has given you a natural talent that people, they can't take away, but they will try to hurt you. Now, you're probably going to ask me this, and I see it coming. Have I had any problems with doing voices, right?
Right.
So the hardest thing that I have to deal with when I show people my talent of doing voices is some people don't believe that my talent is actually real. I get the same hate comments, negative comments all the time. Some people say, "Oh, he's playing something in the background. He's using the voice changer. He's got a button. He's got a remote." But what some people don't understand is that I have I have a talent given from God that you can't take away, nor can you slander.
Right.
And my parents have always told me, listen, people may trash your talent, but God will make sure that those people know who you are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And not only that, it's like you're bringing smiles to the faces of those people that need it the most, because I know that on TikTok a lot of people that come to these live streams are trying to escape their life, literally trying to find an escape into something to give them hope again. And you guys entertaining on TikTok does that. It does that. Somebody's having a bad day, they come in and you get to entertain them. You guys have a hard job. And, I've not been live in some time after I realized how hard it was.
I agree with you. The hardest thing about going live on TikTok as a comedian is I try not to break my composure, even my character, if that. Because sometimes when I'm on live on TikTok, I would say, "Hey, everybody, how y'all doing?" Greeting, of course. And then they would say, "Retro the comedian, how you doing?" I say, "I'm doing good." Sometimes I would be off. I would be just getting off live performing or doing the show. And I would tell everybody, "Hey, I just got off live performing." And people be like, "Oh, okay, what do you perform?" I tell them, "I'm a comedian. I'm an impersonator. I do voice impressions." And then when I bring up, sometimes if I say I'm a comedian and Madea impersonator, or if I say I'm an impersonator overall, I get a mixed reaction. Either I get a positive one or a negative one. Mostly negative. Positive is a long shot. Sometimes people say, "Oh my God, you a comedian and you impersonate Madea? You do voice impressions? We don't want to hear that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. We don't want that over here. Find somebody else."
Really?
Yeah, it's that rough. Seriously. Like, and it just when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, okay, if you are this miserable, then you need help. Because I've never just seen, people can be so mean and cruel for absolutely no reason. How do I know? Because in middle school and high school, I experienced bullying, roasting. If I told you and a lot of other people what people told me in high school and middle school, oh my God, people would probably cry.
Did you ever date while you were in high school?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I had 2 girlfriends in high school, but after that was it. So one of them had to move away, so that's why we broke up. And the other one was going to a different college in a different state. And long distance, we knew that it wasn't going to work. So we decided to just be friends, and we still are till this day. I'm still friends with both of them, actually. It's funny because their names both start with the A. So I'm like, okay, at this point, give me AA batteries at this point. Like Madea says, oh yeah, he had 2 girlfriends, but hey, they're about to get that vitamin D.
So what kind of things do you like when you're hanging out with your friends and stuff? Like, do you guys do they go with you like to performances and things like that? Is there like
all the time? They be like, listen, don't let him spend his gas money. We'll use ours. and my friend Derek, he goes, "Hey, Madea, listen, can you give us some gas money?" I say, "Hell no, you want gas money? 7-Eleven has hot dogs on sale." And my friends, they come with me to my performances, whether it's on TikTok or in person. They're there in the comments. And sometimes we go out to eat, play video games at arcades at the mall, hang out. And, that's pretty much what we do. We play video games, hang out, and we just have a good time with each other.
So when people heckle you on your live stream, does Madea like go in on them?
All the time. Like, I tell people at this point, I impersonate Medea so well, I could be Tyler Perry Jr. or Medea's nephew, either way. Because when I started impersonating Medea, my whole family, friends, and people and my associates were so in shock. They were like, how? Because there are other people who impersonate Medea on TikTok, but people tell me all the time, you have Medea down to a T. Like, if Tyler Perry met you, he would be in so much shock. And I think he would. Because on TikTok, some people call me Tyler Perry's son that he doesn't know about. This one lady goes say, you must be Tyler Perry's child support.
Oh, word.
Some people call me Medea's nephew, Tyler Perry's nephew, Tyler Perry Jr. I have so many nicknames on TikTok. Wow. And the thing about heckling, yes, I deal with that a lot. This one lady, she was heckling me on my live one time. She said, Medea, I'm going to take you to the mall, but we ain't going to Victoria's Secret. I say, I don't care about you here for Forever 21 ain't your store. In your case, 1945 is down the street. You want to tell me I can't cook, child? You took me to a diner. I had a chicken sandwich. I took one bite and I said it burns.
Oh my word, that's crazy. That is like so amazing. Have you ever done that? Like, gotten the phone and just like dial people and just did that?
Yeah. I pranked my friend's mom. Her mom's a big Medea fan.
Oh, wow.
And it was a three-way call. So I called my friend up, and her friend adds her mom to the call on a three-way. And she says, Mom, I got a surprise for you. You know Medea, right? And she goes, yes, I love Tyler Perry. I love Medea. And my friend says, hey, I got Medea on the phone. Her mom said, shut up, you lying. I say, hell no, heifer, what the hell you mean she lying? And then her mom said, oh my God, I got Medea on the phone. And me and her mom have a conversation for like 5-10 minutes. And she said, Medea, can you take care of my daughter? I say, hell no, she is ghetto as hell. Your daughter so ghetto, I can say swing low. Your daughter trying to take me to Chick-fil-A. Child, we black, we go to Popeyes, hell.
Wow. There's not, I don't think, any entertainer that I've ever liked so much that I literally paid to buy anything that they have. Like, literally, I stole all the CDs from my brother. Like, he would go buy, I just take one out and take it out of the case, because he had like this CD case and he had all the sleeves. I just take the CD out of the sleeve and just listen to it and bring it back.
I ain't know it.
Every concert I've ever been to, I've hopped the fence.
Ask Medea, call Paw Patrol Renison.
So how often are you on TikTok, and how does that affect your voice?
Tough one. Tough question. Honestly, when it comes to doing comedy on TikTok, I'm mostly on TikTok whenever I can. Whenever the days I have free time, because mostly I'm working on college stuff, homework, quizzes, exams, and stuff like that. I mostly go live on TikTok during the nighttime, because that's when it's more like, that's when a lot of people are live. That's when a lot of lives are going. That's why I go live at night, because in the daytime, it's a little dry. There's nobody on. But at night, people are alive. They're in boxes having a good time. And that's why I prefer to go live and do stuff at night, is because that's when people are more active and things are more interacting, Now, I get that question a lot. That is, does it hurt my voice? Hell no. No voice. Okay, honestly, I take that back. So there's only one impression that I do that kind of, it doesn't hurt, but it gets sore for after a while. The only impression that takes a lot of time, energy, and makes me sore is Donald Duck. Donald Duck is the one that is the killer right there. Wow. Because Donald Duck, it takes a lot of energy and lung capacity. That's the key with doing that. Like,
come on, what's your brother idea? My credit show, boy. Come on.
But yeah.
Jeez, how do you do you have like a special regimen of like with the singers when they come on, they say that they, they use honey and lemon and tea and all of these things to keep and warm water. Do you have to do similar things to keep your throat from?
Funny thing, water and Gatorade are my only combinations.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So you're just completely just natural. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up.
I don't got electrolytes, I got electric bill.
Have you met Tyler Perry yet?
No, I haven't, but I really wish I could. Now, let me tell you why. Tyler Perry was thinking about retiring Medea, but honestly, I feel like he should keep the character and keep it going. And here's the thing. Now, a lot of people, they hate on Tyler Perry because he dresses up as Medea. And that's one thing big in Hollywood. They like to, that's what they do. They make, well, not, I don't know if they make them, but Hollywood, they want men to wear dresses because to them, that's appealing and that's funny. But to society and to different groups of people and everything, it's not a good look.
Right.
And honestly, I tell people, listen, I have respect and integrity for myself. I don't dress up as Medea. I just do the impression and I just do the voice. That's it. And if I were to meet Tyler Perry, I would tell him, hey, I know that you've done Medea a long time. I would like to help you keep Medea for going a long time. But see, Tyler Perry, he could do so much more with Medea instead of having to dress up as her.
Right.
Tyler Perry can make Medea animated films, and they could be just like the ones when he's like doing live action. He could turn it into an animated comedy and still keep Medea going and still make his money in the process without dressing up.
Right. Have you thought of maybe doing maybe a cartoon or something of yourself, doing the impressions?
Yeah. Listen, I tell people once my career kicks off and I find the right people to, do my productions with, I have so many ideas that I have currently, and yeah, I've created my own characters. I have the voices for them. Yeah, I have a lot. I have so much stuff planned. Oh yeah, I'm glad you mentioned voices because I actually have over 55 plus impressions. Like I have so many, like from celebrities, people, cartoons. I have so many, and when people find out like how many impressions I do, there's actually a group of impressions I call the VIPs. Those are impressions that I never thought I could do, but I secretly discovered I can do them.
Oh, like who?
Okay, so have you seen the movie Coming to America?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, one of my favorite movies of all time. So I actually can do the characters from the barbershop scenes, which is...
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah, like Arsenio Hall's character. So when I seen Coming to America and I seen Arsenio Hall's character eating his plate, I'm like, damn, that food gotta be cold because ain't no way in hell. And then in the beginning when he said, pound for pound, Sugar Ray Robinson, the greatest fighter ever lived. And then rest his soul, James Earl Jones, he said, I'm King Juffy Jaffer. I'm looking for my son Akeem. And then the old white man that Eddie Murphy plays, he says, this cracks me up because he says, this is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
Oh my gosh, I can visualize the whole scene.
And then Eddie Murphy character say, "You come for who? Kunta, Kunta."
Oh my.
And then there was one dude. He was like, "Man, you ain't never made no Frank Sinatra."
I remember that one. Oh my gosh, you're sitting right there in the mirror. See, I can visualize it as you're doing. That's amazing.
Yeah. And, people ask me, are there impressions that you won't do? Yes, there are certain voice impressions or certain people or cartoons I want to impersonate out of respect for myself and out of respect for people and the crowd because, racism and racial stereotypes are a serious thing and other things are very serious issues too. And as a 22-year-old comedian, I don't want people seeing me as an immature comedian who just cracks on anything and everything. I want to show them that I'm different and I'm doing comedy the right way. And yeah, there are certain people I want to impersonate. For one, Diddy, I'll never impersonate that guy. No, that's a red flag. Donald Trump, no, I definitely don't want to impersonate him. And a lot of people have a lot of respect for me for not impersonating those people, and they have a list of longer ones I want to impersonate because people tell me reputation is an important thing.
Absolutely. I mean, how you carry yourself and the people, how do they say it? The people that you're around.
Yeah. There's only one president I would impersonate. That's Obama.
Oh, really? Go ahead.
Oh, well, hey, listen. Wait, your name is Peace Under the Sky. Listen, what do you have a real name? Because I don't know Peace. Well,
Yes, my name is Nicole.
Oh, well, hey, Michelle, I know you had a sister. Lord have mercy. Well, listen, me and Michelle, we listen. Ask Barack Obama. Listen, I approve this message sponsored by Sonny D. Michelle, that DC on Flies. Oh, it's funny. He says, bring that ass here. And other voices I do is I watched King of the Hill yesterday, and I was like, God damn it, Bobby. And I have so many voices I do, so many.
Man, that is amazing. But that, like I said before, just when you're doing the voices, it's like if you close your eyes, it's like you're literally right.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Yeah.
that's how good you are at these. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Great show, boy.
So do you open your box up and actually let people come into your box with you, or do you just do the live impersonations on your own?
No, well, actually, no. I go live with people a lot, and whenever I go live or stream on my own, I invite my people to come into the boxes, and we have a good time. And we do my comedy game, One Gotta Go, and we do Medea's Courtroom or Simply Comedy Court, and it's been going pretty well. And trust me, I don't have a law degree, but trust me, I feel like I do with the cases I've done.
Right, that's pretty cool. So, what is the largest audience that you've had on your live stream?
The largest audience I've had on TikTok was one night. I can't remember what night it was, but it was a night where I did One Gotta Go, and I did 2 Medea's Courtroom cases, and I did a different comedy courtroom case, a sketch, and I had 236 people in the live viewing.
Consistently? It was like a consistent 230 people?
No, it was just like a one night thing. So,
well, no, that's what I'm saying. But even just for one night, 230 people coming and going. At the end, if you did an 8-hour stream, you'd be looking at over like 10 million views or something.
And, whenever I have a lot of people in my live, I tell people in the comments, y'all can be the jury. Y'all can vote on who's guilty and who's not guilty in the end.
Do you use the little happy face emoji things? Like,
no, I just put a poll up, and whoever votes guilty and not guilty. And the funny thing is, one of my friends on TikTok, Jerome, we did a court case, and him and his friend, they played like they were married, and he owed child support, and he was denying the baby she was carrying, and there was a lot of women in the comments, and they voted him guilty. And he said, "Man, I want a mistrial."
Right. It's like the movie ain't even here yet.
Yeah. And then this is actually at the end of the case. And then I broke out the Medea thing. I said, call Rena said, get your bank account. But, I want to refer to what you said on Does It Hurt when I do the impressions. Sometimes it does. It does get tiring. And one night I was performing live on TikTok, and I got done performing, and my mom, she was like, "Hey, I love what you do, and you're good at it, but take a break. You're working yourself too hard. You're pushing yourself too hard." And I was like, all right. So, so my parents, they know how much I love doing comedy and voices, but they don't want me to over push myself into a point where I'm doing this all the time.
Right. Do you go to church and stuff like that too?
Oh yeah, I grew up in a Christian household, still do. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah. One thing I liked about going to church was I got to see my friends and my little people I was cool with, and you know, one thing I love about going after church was going out to eat. That was my favorite thing as a kid. That's what really got my attention, because at first I didn't like going to church because as a kid I felt like it took too long. But when we went out to eat, I was like, you know what? I think I might come to church more often. But sometimes we couldn't go out to eat. We had to go home. And I got a little upset as a kid. But, you know, it was, you know, when I look at it from back then until now, I was like, okay. Yeah, because, you know, finances is something I didn't understand as a kid. Mom!
Hi, Mom.
Sometimes we went home. You know that.
We went after we ate.
Mom! I know. I remember what I saw and heard.
No, I understand. Believe me, we grew up in a church household as well. So it was like, and it wasn't even that, like, morning my mom would make a breakfast. But of course, I would always be the last one and I'd be late for the bus. So, because we always wanted to ride the bus with our friends. And so I jump on the bus, and then next thing I know, I'm in there looking through my mom's purse, like, oh, I need candy or something. And they always keep those peppermints. Those are
yeah. I remember growing up in church. Yeah, I would get handed peppermints and stuff too.
I really appreciate you for coming. No lie.
Yeah, I'm glad I could come on. Yeah.
Yeah, I had such a good time. Yeah. And are there any other platforms you perform on besides TikTok?
I used to perform on Instagram, but Instagram has just died down, and I've grown so much on TikTok. Instagram is just in the rearview mirror.
Right.
But if TikTok goes away, I'm not sure what I'll do, but I'll try to figure out.
Like, do you have your stuff, like your stand-up, on YouTube at all?
I thought about doing YouTube. It's just, I don't know. YouTube is a hard community to reach.
Like you said, you have a goal, you have a plan, which is amazing as a young comedian to know exactly what it is that you want and the goal that you've set for yourself. That's an accomplishment in itself, because the money factor for a lot of people would be something that they would jump right in there on, and it's good that you're taking your time with that. I really commend you on that.
Yeah, I'm about to graduate next year in May, so I figure, let me just stay in college and see what goes on after that.
Right. So again, I really appreciate you coming, Retro. I can't wait to see you on the other side, and you have a blessed evening.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you, and thank you guys for having me. It was amazing.
You're welcome. You have a wonderful night.
Yeah, you too.
Bye. There you guys have it. That is Retro. He is from Texas here in the United States. He performs on a normal basis in the evenings on TikTok. Please, guys, make sure that you guys are subscribing and following these entertainers, because it really means a lot to them as well as me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be. And again, make sure that you guys are taking care of yourself, because self-care is the best care. Mental health is very important. So again, and thank you guys.